Jim, disappointing afternoon. It's finished Peterborough 2, Southport 0. I don't think we can have any arguments really with that, can we?
Well, I don't think we've done enough to win the game, but these are the type of place you come, long journey. We spoke about it before the game, you know, we obviously play a better pitch at home, and it's, you know, I expect us to be a bit heavier than this, to be fair to the ground staff, like they've got it playable, but I think the signs of good sides are the ones that can go to places like this, being told it's a bogey side, etc. And the least you take is 0-0. I don't think there was anything in the game. It was one of the worst games I've witnessed, to be honest.
For 70 minutes it had 0-0.
It was just a poor first half. It was just like, wow. It was just like quality. It was full of endeavour and work rate and that. But you know, the only time, probably 3 times, we smoothed the play out with it when we got the ball back and we got that first pass off. We created a couple of little half chances. I think the best one was where Brad Holmes just put it past the post. But yeah, it was nitty. It wasn't great. It was, you know, a lot of battling going on, but both keepers hadn't really had much to do. We come in at half time and we said, listen, you know, we need to do this better, that better. But the worst case scenario is you just take a point and you keep your little run going, and you know, that's the thing to do, as I say, when you come to places like this. You're not always going to win every game. We appreciate that, but we've got to do a little bit better not to lose it. And as I say, it wasn't a great game, but the whole game hinged on the one moment really with the penalty shout. You know, I think at that stage of the game as well, we just started getting in a couple of times, and you know, we just didn't choose that right pass in the final third. We broke the lines a couple of times. We got in behind their back line. You know, we created a couple of little overloads, and like the pass across the box was finding one of their men instead of ours, or we were on to, you know, pass it in one, we were taking an extra touch, or we released it in one when it was on to take the touch, or it was on to shoot or whatever. But we just didn't get that bit of quality in that little spell, probably for about 10 minutes where we got in. And then they wrestled it back, went up our end, and they forced a couple of corners, and I think we've been defending corners really, really well.
The defending was excellent, wasn't it, up until
and that's what we've done. We defended the goal. I'll be honest, I didn't really feel much, you know, danger of. I just thought the whole game was going to fizzle out, but that's where, you know, I'm on to them about keeping the basics right, and you know, whether they had the experienced captain up front has, you know, been a little bit clever with his dark arts to death. You know what, I can't comment because there's that many players in the box, and you know, you're looking at so much, but you know, the referees give a penalty, they've put the penalty away, and suddenly the home team who've just won here recently as well, they've got something to cling on to. The crowd behind them, they've got a little bit of spring in the step. There's that little bit of doubt in our minds, you know. And then from then I thought we battled back again. Not much in the game, but we've just let a right-sided, a right-footed, left-sided player come in and open the pitch up and get a shot off and beat Chris at the near post. So, you know, that's disappointing in that manner as well. So, you know, I think both goals could be avoidable. Glad to see them again. But as I say, it could have easily just fizzled out to a 0-0. But fair play to them. You know, these games are the type where you find a way of winning, and that's what they've done today.
They did like to seem to go long, and we got drawn into that a bit today, didn't we? We've been playing some neat passing, so do you think we did play a bit too long at times?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Again, we're trying to change things, you know, and being good in all aspects of our play, which you keep talking about. You know, there was 1 or 2 bits when we did go direct off Marcus. We got in, there was a great move into Marcus's chest, and he's chested it down to Brad, and Brad's away down the right side. We just didn't get that thing right, that little bit right in the final third, that bit of guile, that bit of cleverness. But yeah, they were direct. At times we were, sometimes, you know, the pitch, both sets of players were after each other. It was quite condensed in the middle of the park. You know, they're workmanlike, we were workmanlike. It didn't really have much quality in the game, as I say. But the signs of good sides are the ones that come away and you go, okay, we go to Peterborough Sports, we take a 0-0 and we move on, we stay unbeaten. Yeah. But it hinges for me on one moment, whether it was the right call or the wrong call. I'll have to see it back, as I can't comment on that at the moment. But as I say, once they go 1-0 up, in first goals massive at any level, once they've got something to cling on to. I know we've come back recently against Bishop Stortford, but you know, we've given them a leg up in that moment, and suddenly they got that extra little spring in the step. They're a little bit more willing. You know, you see that right at the end, the full-backs getting right out, working his absolute stripe off just to stop a cross. The ball goes out the stand and he's celebrating blocking a cross, but that's what happens when you've got something to cling on to. So as I say, fair play to them, they found a way of winning the game, and you know, we're not going to win every game. I'm just a bit disappointed in the manner which it did, because you know, on the balance of play we would have been probably happy to come away with a point after seeing the first, well, the game had panned out up until the penalty call.
Chance to bounce back quick on Tuesday, aren't we? We've got Chester coming, which is always a big game for Southport fans to enjoy against Chester. Good chance to bounce back quickly. Yeah,
of course, any game, you know, round the corner we're thick and fast now with Saturday, Tuesday scenarios. But yeah, Chester, I mean, I've been looking over Chester, and they played these recently and won 3-2, so I had a little look at them. They look a good side. You know, they're well drilled, well coached, got a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of legs. They seem to be scoring a few goals. I think they've won again today. Beating Scunthorpe, I think it was today. So it's another tough game for us, but they're all tough games. You know, that's the way it is. You know, and there's not much between the games. It's a strange one. But yeah, it's an opportunity for us to bounce back. We've got to dust ourselves down. I've said to the players in there, from where we were, you know, when I've come into the club, 1 point, rooted to the bottom, to be where we are in mid-table. I don't know where it puts us now after today's result, but you know, we've gained a bit of credit. We've gone about our business in the right way. We've won a few games. We've been on a good win, a good run, unbeaten run. But as I say, we're not going to win every game. But the important thing is that we've gained that little bit of credit. We can prove that we can win games of football recently. So as I say, we take this on the chin, we'll reflect on it and see where we can do better, and then come out fighting on Tuesday night in front of our own fans in what is a big game for the club, and obviously a big test, because as I say, Chester are a decent outfit.
One to put behind us, but we go again.
100%, yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jim.
Cheers.